What's going on, everybody? What's going on? This is your boy, Mr. E, boss of the Southside Bosses, and you know what this is. This is Reggae Hour. Tonight, we got a wonderful guest that's going to be joining us, who we're going to be interviewing. But before we get into all of that, I want to ask y'all to do us a favor. You already know what this is if you already tuned in, so make sure that you go ahead and like, follow, and subscribe to us on your favorite streaming service, whether it be iHeart, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, or more. Make sure you go ahead and share us to all your family and friends. Let them know that this is the place where they can get the best in the underground and the mainstream reggae scene right here, especially if you're in the down south Texas area, because we already know down south Texas. I love your enthusiasm, but you gotta get some real reggae here, man. I'm keep seeing the same rock and roll people claiming that they reggae here, man. And you know, after a while, it just starts getting a little irritating, especially when you know what real reggae is, man. You know what I'm saying? So big ups to all the reggae artists out there. And we just ask y'all to tune in, turn up and zone out for us tonight as we bring in your boy Fyah Prince into the building and let y'all know what's really going on. He's hailing straight from France and also from South Africa. But tonight we're going to be catching up with him in France. So make sure y'all get ready for that, man. Because I'm telling y'all, man, there's going to be so much culture. Because, you know, this is who we do it for. We do it for the culture. You heard me? Not for the culture vultures. Now, we're going to be bringing y'all some, we're going to be talking about music. We're going to be talking about world news. We're going to be talking about his life. We want you to get to know who Fyah Prince is and why his music is just so hot. So, before we get into that, we got a word from one of our sponsors and some music from your boy, Fyah Prince. That way you know who it is. And we're going to be right back with the boy on the line to let y'all know what it's really about. I hope y'all ready to tune in, turn up, and zone out, baby. You already know what it is.
Another religion?
You know, combination of Fyah Prince and the religion. Thing I don't know, man, I better want to yeah. We are soldiers on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. They must be know we are fight crime. Peace and the unity, and that we endorse now. We are soldiers on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. They must be know we are fight crime. Peace and the unity are that we endorse now. We were born to preserve life. Never gonna see us involved in your fight, in the right. Be a Rasta or a Bingy to be involved in your negative vibes. We are here to share humility. Negativity can't win in this unity. Stretch away animosity. Your love will be strong, happy, more velocity. Julius are just on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. There might be no, we are fight crime. Peace and the unity are that we endorse now. We are soldiers on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. There might be no, we are fight crime. Peace and the unity are that we endorse now. Fire upon the people who are supporting the war, who are keeping suffering, they can't take it no more. Fire upon the governor, sheriff and the senator, them supporting the war, them the war instigators, they think like alligators, them are dead, them no more, waiting for the Jews, most of them the clowns, never gonna see them do the things that the real human are gonna do. We are the soldiers on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. They must be know we are fight crime. Peace and the unity are that we endorse now. We were born to preserve life. Never gonna see us involved in your fight. It's not right. Be a Rasta or a Bingy to be involved in your negative vibes. We are Rastas on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. There must be no, we are fight crime. Peace and the unity are that we endorse now. We are soldiers on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. There must be no, we are fight crime. and the unity behind us now.
Have you ever seen someone do something so outrageous that you can't help but think, this stupid crazy situations happen all the time, and people get into situationships on a regular. So, what would you do if you were in their place? Check out our podcast as we discuss just that on What Would You Do podcast on iTunes, Spotify, iHeart, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and all your other favorite streaming services. Make sure to search hashtag What Would You Do podcast.
Skin and hair care makes the perfect gifts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, especially when it comes in all natural forms for Southside Beauty Care. Our gift boxes include natural and raw black soap from Africa, hair and beard oil that will make your hair strong and shiny, beard balm with essential oils such as cedarwood, hoe wood, and more to style that manscape on your face.
I could use that.
Our signature skincare cream designed to quench your skin's thirst and make it shine like Bruce Leroy in The Last Dragon.
Did you just show your age?
Get your box today at SouthsideBeautyCare.com. BOSS Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. We believe that it is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions and our duty to the Constitution and country to expose the truth. This site takes no responsibility for the opinions of others and the posting.
As Mr. Flavor, I am proud to bring to you Mr. E, the music maestro.
Already, everybody, you know what this is. This is your boy, Mr. E, boss of the Southside Bosses here on Reggae Hour. Once again, like, follow, and subscribe to us on your favorite streaming service, because tonight we got a great sensation hailing straight from France. We got your boy, Fyah Prince, here on the air. Y'all just got through listening to Peace and the Unity, and we have him right here on the air with us right now. How you doing this evening, sir?
Greetings, Master. Greetings, Boss Radio. Greetings, Mr. E fans. As it's the time to rock on. You don't know Fyah Prince there in the building. What you mean? Greetings, everyone. Good man.
All right, man. I love that intro. Right now. We starting off live already. I feel that. Already. So now we've been listening to your music, man, and I gotta say, man, peace and the unity is something that is desperately needed in a lot of the areas in this world right now, man, especially with what's going on, man. So I just want to give you your props and give you your big ups on that one, man, because with that song right there, I gotta tap into you. What was you thinking about when you actually wrote that song?
Exactly, man. The current affairs that is going on, and the state of mind in which all the righteous children of God needs to be in. You know what I mean? Stop feeling like there's a war going on, which is just deep state type of thing, running them things. You know what I mean? People need to free up and realize that the peace and the unity is amongst us. We need to just practice it and then let it go. You know what I mean? Keep on going in the right direction, positive vibes that we implement within each other. And that was the whole scenario, man.
Wow. And it's like you hit it right on time. When did you record that?
Wow. You know, my music is so, anytime sometimes I can record a song today and then I let it out today. But if I remember good, it was just beginning last year, end of last year, let me say. End of last year, because already we're on this year. That means it's something that just came in end of last year, and it just rolled in and kept it on the other side and have an idea on all things.
Okay, and the music to it, the beat to it, was it already a pre-made beat, or did they structure that beat around that song for you?
No, I'm that type of artist who, I don't know, I'm so gifted in a way that whenever I get a beat, you give me a beat today, if I listen to your beat and I'm in love with it, just know that the song will be done same time, you know what I mean? So it was pre-made, and then the guy, but I told him, he knew that he's doing his beats for Fyah Prince. He had to do 2 beats for Fyah Prince, and then within that beat I had to do that song and the other song called Remain Alive, which is the message correlating with peace and unity and all these things. Just amazing, man.
Oh, I like that. I like that. So you're saying the 2 beats that you got, you made them correlate to each other. So is it telling a story in that, or is it telling like a moral to the story? How does that work out?
It's all about, just the reality of life that somehow the Rastas, because they are doing the right thing at this moment and ever since, and they are the ones who've been teaching the gospels. If you real, them the ones who are remaining alive. It's sort of prophetic, you know what I mean? Sort of just looking at what is happening and what Rastas has been preaching all along ever since I've been listening to reggae music.
Oh wow, man! And let's get a little bit of background on you. How long have you been listening to reggae music?
Wow, you see, the thing with Fyah Prince is that Fyah Prince is not a young boy. Fyah Prince has been around for a while, over 40, and Fyah Prince has started listening to reggae music around 93. 94, my uncle was jamming reggae music. I was hearing some Bob Marley in the yard, and it's something that came and went off. But you know how this music is, if once it touches you, whether you were young or whatever age, it's still gonna hunt you down, isn't it? So,
oh yeah,
that's what happened. It's kind of like I left and then go to some house and hip hop and whole heap of things, explore and experience, but I didn't feel the love within all this music. I had to be brought back in a new version of myself as somebody who don't drink no more, somebody who don't smoke cigarette no more, you know what I mean, don't mix with when he's doing his prayers and things. So ever since 2008, I've been so much clean that my music is correlating to that. It's just an answer to that. You know what I mean?
Wow. And you know what? That makes so much sense because, a lot of people don't understand that whenever you get rid of those toxins, when you stop toxifying yourself, the vision is so clear. And a lot of people think you be talking about with your 2 eyes that you got on your face. But that ain't what we talking about, is it? We pretty much talking about that third eye, right?
Subconscious eye. It's the eye that people undermine when they listen or hear when the voice of that eye is speaking within. See?
Yes. And see, whenever you got that clarity, because a lot of people don't know, they don't understand that concept. So if you could break that down for us a little bit about how when you got that clarity, when you say you haven't been smoking or drinking since 2008, that's 14 years now. What kind of difference do you see in life?
Wow. Honestly, God is just amazing, and realizing first that He is the one who puts you wherever you are, and working on your way forward of staying positive, because the whole thing is starts with the idea of being positive in everything that you want to do or be. You know what I mean? So it starts as a light. To me it was like a dream, a vision, or whatsoever. But I started to see a light within myself, inside a tiny light, when I started to do away with everything. And this light just started to grow and glow,
Yeah.
And it's more trying to show you that your body is being controlled by Him. And my feet used to be cold in winter. I couldn't sleep in winter, you know what I mean?
Right.
But ever since I did away with all these toxics, man, my legs, my feet are the hottest in winter, and I've just generated the whole light is now like a heat in my body. It's wow. It's just channeling everything, every step, every mind that you take. You know what I mean? It's on a positive direction. There's no more negativity. There's no more looking back. There is, you know what I mean? There's no more undermining. There's no more neglecting. There's no more hating. You know what I mean? It's amazing.
Oh yes, and I can just imagine how it's reflecting in your music, because you also sent another song to us that the fans are going to be are going to love to find out. I'm going to be playing it here on this show, but you also sent us "Do Good." Listening to that right now, I can hear the exact transformation, or even if I didn't know that you had a transformation, it's like I can see your transformation just happening, because it's like you went from having that non-clarity, from not being able to see clear, to being able to see completely clear now. Is that how we should be expecting all your music for going forward to be, that you're going to be putting out?
Exactly, and that means if I'm collaborating with those who are into my cycle. You know what I mean? It won't be easy for the different energies to step into my crowd, because I'm toxic free. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah.
Okay. So, and with this music that you see coming out right now, that's calling itself reggae, or like, do you have like a sense that it's going the wrong direction, or would you say that it's still going in the direction that it was fostered in?
That's why we are being channeled. That's why we are being called. That's why we are being chosen to come rectify this mess. You know what I mean? It's surely not going in a good direction, because master people are just preaching what they're not practicing, and that are not what it was meant to be. The singers and the players and the instruments who are mentioned in the Holy Book, in the Book of Life, they are talking about those who will be living and practicing what they will be preaching, to the people, because it doesn't have to be vice versa. See? So we are into to rectify all this mess. Jaja called us, because to us it's a calling, a big calling. We're not just doing this for the love of the money, the love of the fans, and all of nah. It's all about rectifying the people's lives, make sure that they listen and incline, and their intuition, their subconsciousness awakes, and glues to these, and life will just surely have a change.
And that's beautiful right there. That's a beautiful statement right there, because again, we look at life right now, and it's very hard to find a beauty in it because of everything that especially when you watch the news. Like, for anybody that's listening right now, what do you have to tell them about watching the news, or with all these the negativity is going on?
Exactly, bro. It's so sad that the whole media has been taken by Satan. I'm sorry, I have to put it straight. Which is so disturbing, because this is where daily lives of people are all aligned to. You know what I mean? So, to my side, I've learned that we need to stop watching TV. You need to stop listening to the radio as much as you wish to listen to it. Stop following everything that you hear from what they are saying, because it has been learned World War II, the outcomes of World War II are that Hitler and his crew, they conducted a lot of experiments within the human activities, humankind as a whole. That's why the whole of Hollywood is being taken by them in disguise. So, which makes the whole of the government of our United States of America to be grabbed like that. You know what I mean? So,
yes.
People need to wake up and see the reality. Wrong elections, whole heap of things. It's just how the advanced technology was supposed to be, and they are changing it into negativity to favor them, so that they keep making more money than anybody else.
Right, and I couldn't have said it no better, man. That's the perfect way to say that, because with all the hands that are in our pockets, and not only mainly in our pockets, by being in our pockets, they can guide us to wherever they want us to go, because again, their hands are in our pockets. So, and you hit it right on the head. That is not how we're supposed to be living. But with that being said, let's focus on how life was supposed to be, because I remember something in the good book. It says that a child has the innocent, only a child, someone who has the favor of a child can enter the kingdom of heaven. Meaning that when we were children, we had it right, we had it perfect, we had it like it was just an essence about it that screamed purity, that screamed innocence. Now I do know that you're in France now, but you wasn't always in France, correct?
Yes. Born in South Africa, born and raised in South Africa. Came to France in 2017.
Okay, see, and you just got it for that means you remember all of the turmoils that South Africa went through, especially in these past couple of decades, these past few decades. What about that helped mold you?
Wow, it's poverty itself, as in general, how it drives life is upon our decisions as in individuals to weigh it on a positive way of life, because unfortunately once we weigh it on the negative way of life, it's us who succumb badly, and it's us who lose, and as an individual, you are an individual. Once you lose, there's nobody else who's gonna win for you, because it's done. So it was very difficult, honestly, and it helped me to be more closer to God more than anybody else. I was starting to isolate myself because my life was totally changed, and I was no longer with these people, but I was living with them, but I was no longer with them. Their life was more challenging within I self and all the things. So I was more isolated, writing my things, and people used to come see me, and it was a bit funny because I was very, very energetic, loving to be out, hating to miss parties and all these things. But all those things just changed, you know what I mean? So it really molded me and gave me extra energy to find and know exactly what I want about myself, who is me, you know what I mean? And it helped me to just grow big, be more than what Fyah Prince means, because I am not Fyah Prince as the way Fyah Prince is portrayed, you know what I mean?
Right.
Fyah Prince is more bigger than myself, you see that. So wow, it's just amazing. It's a lovely journey for those who realize the better and the good from the wrong, you know what I mean? That's what I just did. Stay away from the bad, focus on the positive side, meditate, fast, talk to God, pray time and again, and ask God of all the things that I need happening in my life accordingly. And boom, he just did that. Wow.
Right. That's that's inspirational. That it is very inspirational, because a lot of people they don't see the same outcomes that while they're going through their turmoil. They don't see that light at the tunnel, and they need people who have seen that, who've been through exactly what they've been through, that can see that light at the tunnel for them. But those people who can't see, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was saying, wow, it's amazing that you feel like you have to give up. You can feel like you have to, commit suicide. At that end, that's where the tunnel is gonna show up the light. It's up to you to decide you die or you wait for the tunnel.
Okay, and what kind of advice would, if you were seeing somebody who was trying to pick between life or death, what is something that you could tell them that they can hold on to in order to see that life is actually worth living? I know this is a deeper conversation that we bargained for, but it's a lot of people out there that actually are listening to this right now, because reggae it's a music of life. It's not a music of death. So, what would you say to that person who's trying to find that one thing to grasp onto to continue living?
Remaining alive, like I mentioned, that is one of the 2 tracks that I wanted to correlate when I also made, is the essential part of everything, because we have got different lives. So for you to witness, for oneself to witness and prosper within this first one that you see, the first one that you're observing, the one that you're going through, is of greatness, because it's also paving the way for wherever your spirit is going to lay, or whatever your spirit is going through. So that's why Fyah Prince is also having his music to help people who are at the edge, because we have got a lot of them who are now at the edge. That's why we were trying to bring songs that helps them to do that sing along, that makes them realize that no, actually it's not really I'm at the edge. No, it can be the final test. I don't know, but let me put it as a test and realize it that my Father will make me go through a lot, because He is invisible, by the way, which means whatever I do, it won't be something that I would see first what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be happening.
Wow. And I like that. A lot of that is a great way, because it's a lot of people who lose their faith. And we all know that faith is the evidence of things hoped for, the substance of things not seen. Or I think I may have that a little backwards, but it's pretty much like it says in the end. It's things not seen, meaning that even though you put it out there that you want it, that doesn't mean you're going to actually see your success. You're not going to see that actual the prayer get answered, but that doesn't mean that it hasn't been answered. Can you say
His answers are in different forms? His answers might need you to meet Fyah Prince first in order for you to realize that you've been answered. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
It's great life, man.
Exactly. And is there anything that you could say within either your life or your career that you can actually put as an example to that?
Honestly, I can just say myself as a whole, being where I am, getting married and all these things, it was something that I never dreamt of. I totally gave up within everything in my life, you understand? But now I'm a married man and everything is going good, and I'm a big artist. My name is huge, even though I'm not big in what I'm accumulating through this music, But the message that I put, I know it's really touching. People are coming to my inbox and making me realize that, fireman, I feel keep it blazing, you know what I mean? So the whole change to me, it was a real example of everything that is going on, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I could just imagine how many people that came to you and told you that you changed their life, because reggae actually changed mine, and that's why I dedicate my life to the music. I've stopped doing hip hop. Every now and again, if I see an artist in the hip hop community that got a good message, I interview them, like we're supposed to have one coming up soon. But in totality, you won't see me actually cover anything about hip hop, because I feel like it's so destructive. But with that being said, I've seen. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was just saying. Yeah. I was thinking of that.
No, and I was actually going back on an article that I read last year from the artist Sizzler. The Sizzler came out and said that the Rastafari and reggae artists are being hypocrites unto themselves. Haile Selassie in Jamaica. Like, do you see that? Do you see the artists that are coming out now being anti reggae or anti Rasta?
Yes, we see that, and we feel that, and we understand. That's why we are into it, because it's something that is meant to be maybe Jamaican alone, or not really, but God is going to use a lot of people to step in. And a lot of people, when they firstly listen to us, they will think, we're from the island. No. He's not from the island. No, he's in France. No, he's from South Africa. You know what I mean? Get confused a little bit to get to understand why are they sending the same exactly type of messages if they grew up in the island. You know what I mean?
Yes, and with that just being just a feat that you have to go against, do you see real reggae in some future form being taken completely out of the message that it was supposed to be, or do you think it can be saved?
There's nothing that's going to be done to reggae. They are trying. They are being sent. With a lot of implications all over the world. it has been like that ever since reggae started. You know, there are a lot of people who are trying to stop reggae. My country, the whole of South Africa, only 5% of the people plays reggae now as we speak, singing, because they've been programmed and made to realize and think as if Rastafari, Rastafari is the dirty life, it's a life of confusion, a life of people who don't understand education, life who, you know, so that thing has put, you know, the whole of Africa, people are listening to reggae so huge because they know it's pushing them and making them change their lives. But in South Africa, the white people have managed to win that part of programming the youth and everyone who's trying to come up not to take it serious because they know what it makes people become.
Yes, and it's like that. That's that mind control. With that mind control, that they can just guide you into whatever path that they want, and that's anti-reggae. You know, reggae tells you to find your own path that don't harm or do not infringe on anyone else's rights, and that's what I love about it. But coming up, like while you was coming up listening to reggae, who was the artist that kept that message alive for you?
Honestly, when I was listening, like somebody who really touched me when I was listening to this music is Garnet Silk. Because listen, when I started listening to this reggae, and when they introduced in this dancehall thing, you have to be having a rough voice in order to make spices and make it nice. You know, your voice has to be a little bit hard and things. But boom, one day I hear some Christian singing character, Christian singing, what? Christ, I'm like, who that?
Yes.
Sweet voice, and the state proper, the message, and everything nice. Then maybe see the likes of Shiloh, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Ghost, you know what I mean? We're like, wow, so it's possible. Then those people that kept me alive, Junior Kelly. You see Junior Kelly?
Yes.
He was the first artist I saw putting a turban, you know what I mean? I was like, wow, and that's the way to go, you know what I mean? Because you need to be clean inside out if you really want to do this thing for real. That's the meditation. That's how I was, man. Everything nice.
Yes, that's, you know what, you're right about that too, because everybody always thought the raspy voice was gonna be, it was like was the top. But when he came out and he sang, it was something that had the whole world on pause. Everybody stopped. Everybody stopped.
Nice sounds.
Now, do you think you have any music that you have that other people may, as soon as they hear your voice, they gotta stop, and they gotta.
You see, that's the secret about my music, because I was told by big artist. I opened for him the time he came to South Africa, just before I came to France. It was Turbulence, the Big Lion. He had his show, and I had to open and go and do my thing. I knew what I was doing, but I didn't realize the impact that it's going to have, because there was no crowd. There was, you know, the show was, well, a squeezed show. The promoter didn't pick up a good spot, a holy patines. So it was a little bit not really there, but how I sang, I was shocked to get congratulated the following day before we leave, and, you know, hold my hand and like, yeah, you see your voice there? You work on your voice. Wow. Oh, it's a great voice, man. You must really, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And not only him, a lot of people may hear, they can feel, because my voice can be like it has got auto-tune. Sometimes it's not auto-tune and all the things. It's just an amazing, touching voice. Yeah, it's true. It's happening, man.
Wow, and that's a beautiful feeling too. Once you get it's not that you feel validated, but it feels, it in a way it do kind of feel validated, because it's like you get seen by somebody who you looked up to, and that's A lot of people say don't meet your heroes, but would you say that that's something that everybody should do? Is they should actually meet their hero?
Yeah. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because it's so funny. Because to me, it's all dreams, and God shows me real dreams where I'm with Sizzla and them and Holy Patings, and I've seen all this before. You know what I mean? So I'm just stepping into some well-prepared world, you know what I mean?
Right.
So amazing, bro. Yeah.
Man. So when was the first time that you actually, like, how old were you when you actually put out your first song?
Wow. That experience is amazing. Because you're just tapping on some great memories that they can't be wiped out of my mind, you know?
Yes.
I was in a place called Dal, and that was in 2009. And I got a job, and I'm working in the mine, and it's kind of rough, but I know God gave me this job in order for me to make my money, in order for me to start doing my music. So I had a lot of sounds in my head going on, and I'm far from home, but in my head I'm like, I should get studio time. I know at home there are a lot of plenty studios where I can be able to go and convince somebody to start recording, but I don't have time. I must be at work. So my meditation was in a different state, positive and all that, but boom, somebody just came the other day, some smoking place, I'm so relaxed, I'm bored, and I go to this guy, buy my spliff, and I relax. Boom, somebody just came in like, wow, hey guys, good. That place is so isolated, you cannot expect to meet somebody musical in that place. The guy, I'm like, wow, you can sing? I'm like, oh, get out of here. You ask me about singing? Me, I'm a big artist, man. Me run things. Me never sang anywhere at that time. Me never recorded anything. But once he asked me, I go boom. I start with my other song there. It was, you need to open up your eyes and see what you need to be your prize. The Almighty Jah will never compromise. It was something, the guy looked at me like, wow. He started to dance and boom. No, we need to go record, man. I had a studio down there. And that guy was sent, he was visiting his girlfriend. It's not a place for him to be as well, like I said. No musicians are born to be in that place. But
yeah,
God sent somebody, and my first record was made December 2009.
That's what's up. And you've been on ever since, huh?
Yeah, ever since I'm not stopping. I got like a bunch of songs everywhere, even though the quality when I start wasn't of greatness, but I'm telling you, my message is everywhere. I've got a lot of messages, more than 140 songs on YouTube already.
Wow. Working. Yeah. That's lovely, man. And all it took was, like you said, you was in an isolated place when you would have never thought you would have met anybody else with reggae talent. This was godsend.
Exactly, man. That's why I'm saying, for me, when I hear people becoming atheists and all these things and trying to say, oh no, man, there's no God, man. It's all about my parents. It's them I saw, and they saw their parents, and their parents saw their parents. So you can't tell me nothing about something I don't see, bro. Yeah. But me, I never grew up with no parents, bro. I grew up, it's only my mom, and she was never there. I was only with my granny, but everything that I used to see, because I used to pray, used to come up like exactly. So what you talking about? You know what I mean?
Right.
The evidence is real. I'm stepping up from on something that I know, Fyah. You know what I mean?
Man, and and when you step into your purpose, is just a wonderful feeling. Like, how did you know that was your calling? How did you know that was your purpose?
Because, man, I started to get worried, like you asking about what's going on in Jamaica and all these things. I started to get worried, and honestly, I was worried about, I will be very honest in this interview, God save me. I was worried about Lucky Dube, that he's doing his music and he's so great, but unfortunately he's not living the life that was eating me,
Right.
So I pray to God that give me a chance to outshine and do my best, but still staying on the right lane of being a good child and not touching other things. I'm really sorry to say this, but that's what happened. This is what really happened. You know what I mean? And it was my answer to that. God was answering me on that. This is what is happening.
Man.
Yeah.
That is a testimony right there for anybody that's listening right there. Don't ever let your calling pass you by. You always going to be in the right place, right time. It just, are you going to see it? You know, a lot of people don't see they calling. So that's very great. That's very great aspect. Like, who out of all the people that you've worked with or that you got to meet over these years, who is the one that you say actually stood out in your memory the most?
Honestly, I'll be very, very clear with myself. My commitment to my art, it's so much important that I see everybody, but I don't really, because I feel I have a lot of things to put out. You know what I mean? So it's I'm not keeping a lot of people in my memories, because I feel like my memories are going to be filled up with a lot of things. So I'm just doing the preparation. I'm so much focused, Fyah. You know, forward I'm going. Backward it's not really a good place for me. I know I made a lot of good people and all the things, but yeah, I'm just going forward, Fyah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You're not at the place where you say you've met the full massive amount of people that you're gonna meet. You're gonna make some more successes and meet more people, and it's just the journey that you're enjoying versus the milestone versus the what they call them, the landmarks. You ain't worried about the landmarks. You worried about the journey. I feel you now.
Yeah, because we've been suffering for too long, so it's not easy to really quantify and see what others are trying to put in. You know what I mean? 'Cause we feel like we haven't reached the destiny. Maybe when we try to, you know, relax, then we're gonna quantify. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, he did. You know what I mean? But for now, it's still a little bit, you know.
Right.
Not clear accordingly the way we want it to be clear, because we must reach out to everybody.
All right, I hear you. Now, tell me about the reggae scene in France. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of people, when they think of, now reggae is worldwide. Everybody knows reggae is worldwide, but they don't think of France when they think of reggae. You know, they think of Africa, they think of the Caribbean, and you know. But when it comes to being in Europe as a reggae artist, how does that benefit you?
Wow. Honestly, France has got a lot of provinces where these people, they are real reggae supporters. They fill up at festivals, they buy the tickets in advance, and that means, wow, reggae is so big in France alone. Just alone itself, you know, it's so huge. It's not something that you can undermine. Everybody feel they're tapping into this message and things. Let alone the whole of Europe. The whole of Europe is getting attacked. You know, I'm stepping in. They're absorbing. They're feeling the message. It's just amazing. You know what I mean? Because a little chance in the stage, you feel the energy of the people vibrating on a very, very higher state. It's amazing, and it's happening, man. It's happening. More shows are gonna come because a lot of people are clipping in. A lot of people are starting to see Fyah Prince music and things, and yeah, it's good. Good look, Fyah.
All right, that's what I like to hear. What are your plans though? What are you are you planning on doing tours? Are you dropping like an album, EP? How, like, what should we be expecting from you within these next few months to next couple of years?
My plans are, most of my plans, they are with Jah. You know what I mean? They are within His hands. Because most of times when you try to plan things, if they don't happen the way you plan, you get heartbroken and all these things. So remember, I'm stepping out from the world of heartbroken and things, try to step forward. So yeah, man, it's just to keep going, Fyah. It's just to keep going, knowing what I'm doing and all the things. You know what I mean?
I hear you on it. I hear you. And with this past couple of years it's been rough on us all. But like for you, how have you been weathering through the pandemic and with all the lockdowns, or just pretty much being away from loved ones? How have you been managing that?
it's again God stepping in, because He prepared me for this pandemic before. Like I'm saying, 2016, the whole of 2016, my isolation was on highest level. You know, I was not seeing anybody a lot. So to me, it's just a continuation somewhere, somehow. Even though I had a break in 2017 and 2018, 2019, and then they lock us down. You know what I mean? But it shows that it was just part of that, because my continuation with my writing on the music has just escalated as if nothing happened. It's like there was no pandemic. You know what I mean? Because the hits that I wrote during that time, they are just amazing hits.
Oh wow! So it was like he took that time to sit you down to make you tap into your talent.
Exactly. To turn every negativity into positivity. This is what I'm trying to do, because life is not in negativity. Negative vibes are not meant to help us go anywhere. We're just feeding some entities that we don't know. You know what I mean?
That part.
So, me don't want to tap on that word.
Yes, that is the extreme part right there. You know, a lot of people, like I said, they suffered throughout this pandemic, but in the end, the ones of us that made it out, we still have a future ahead of us. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it just makes it a little bit easier. But I do know that since you say you was up there since 2017, there were a lot of terrorist attacks up there as well. How did the country handle that? Like, how did the country handle that? And then how did the reggae world in France handle that?
You mean the whole pandemic and things? It was sad. It was a sad story. Unfortunately, there are some of the people who believed in the media, believed in the deep state, and they just took on the jab. And some of them are already gone and holy things, and most of them suffering, and you know what I mean? It's just not on the good side. It affected the whole of Europe. We are losing, and it's happening. You know what I mean? People are getting sick, and it's happening. You know what I mean? The strong will survive. We stay indoors. They're spraying their things all over. You know, because it's not all about the pandemic. It don't stop there.
It doesn't.
They are doing the pandemic in the food we eating. It's the pandemic in the clothes we wearing. Everything. Them just trying to make sure that they seize up the number of the black people in the world, man. I deal with
that. And a lot of people don't see that, you know what I'm saying? And it's sad that it's right there in front of people's face, but at the same time they are just not, and they choose to be ignorant to it, which is because ignorance is bliss.
Television is keeping them thinking that they are seeing it, but they are not seeing it because it's on TV, bro. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. If it's on TV, it gotta be true. Yeah. But it's just to hear that the same thing that's going on over there over here in the United States is also going on over in France. Also makes you wonder what else that is going. It has to be going on in other parts of the world. Like, do you think that reggae can play a real big piece into helping to wake up people, helping to shake people into understanding or at least seeing what is happening?
It has been happening, but the television is doing its job at the same time. Like we say, you know what I mean? It has been happening ever since reggae music started, and it's happening even now. But people who are waking up through hearing our music. But there are some people who are choosing to stay with their television and radio. And voila, it's not easy for them to wake up to anything that we're trying to say. It comes in on the other ear, goes out in the other side of the ear. That's it. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. And all we can do is just hope and, you know, pray that that this is all in Jah's divine timing. You know, he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's always going to make it a way for the people who have that wisdom to see. And that's why I love the reggae. And listening to your music, I can hear the wisdom in your music, so I can tell that you have it. That's why I was like, we got to get you on the show today.
Thanks, bro. It's just an amazing thing to have your fans and your followers, everybody there in America, also gluing in, listening to this little piece of something, you know, positive. Yeah, give thanks, Mr. E.
Anytime. Now we are coming to the end of the interview, but I have a couple of questions I do want to ask you before we leave. Like, first, we want to know what do you see? Like, what are your hopes for the future in reggae? Do you hope to be just a multi-platinum artist? Do you hope to be a producer? Do you hope to be an artist that comes out with other artists? Like, what are your hopes and dreams for this reggae music?
Honestly, it's going back to my village and create jobs and help other people to uplift their life. Just to better the life of the people of where I come from. I know that there's a lot of places which looks like them, which needs to change, because a lot of people, they are, I feel bad, I can cry when I talk about this, because it's a programming to say if you don't have a metric, you are nothing. So in Africa, they've made it to be on that level where you really feel that you are nothing, because nobody will look at you, nobody will talk to you, nobody will, you know what I mean? So, wow. Just to bring that change within the people. Take the people who have got the standard 6, standard 7, standard 8, standard 9, and that metric as well, if they went to it and they never made it. Because if you go to a metric and you don't pass it, you are part of those who are not looked at, who are nothing, because you never made it. You see? So if we can have that change where people are working and they are going back to school, but they are earning some money, and they are learning to reach that metric and, and change their lives. But when I look, I see it's a lot of people who are stuck in this level. It's not nice. It's changing the world, and it's making the world look dumb and useless and omnipotent, undeveloped. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, I definitely know. I get you on that. Trust me, I get you on that. That's the reason why I love having you artists on, because you all have that insight. I don't know what it is about reggae artists and y'all music. Y'all have that insight. It's like y'all are the prophets of y'all. Y'all are the prophets of the Most High, and y'all, all y'all do is tell prophecy. So I love it. Definitely love it. Now,
thanks, Mr. E. You're amazing, bro.
Anytime. Now, we're going to definitely have you back on, because we want to get to know you even more depthly. Because everybody that's listening right now, y'all make sure y'all hit us up and follow us. And if you want, you can, no, it ain't no if you want. You want to. So go ahead and look in our description. You're going to be able to find Fyah Prince on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Facebook, Indify, Twitter, Tidal. All you have to do is click on the links that are in the description of this podcast right now, and it's going to take you to all his music, because you're going to hear definitely more and even greater music than the two songs that we have here, Peace and the Unity and Do Good. So y'all make sure y'all follow up with that ASAP, like right now. But Fyah Prince, before we let you go, we have this one question that we ask all of our interviewees, just to get, to find out what kind of music they like. So, if you were stuck on an island with an iPod that never dies, meaning you don't ever have to charge it up or anything, but the downfall of that is that you can only have 2 albums on that whole iPod. Only 2 albums. What 2 albums would you put on there?
Of course, the first thing is just to be my music, to keep myself on charge and know what I'm doing, you know what I mean? One album will be Fyah Prince, and then the second album, it will be just a mixture of few songs that help me, upliftment and all the things. It won't be an album of one artist. It will be an album made up of different artists that I get them together, and then I make maybe 21 songs, and then wow, boom, I uplift. I got a little bit of Masika on the good side. We got a little bit of Garnet Silk. We got a little bit of Sizzla Kalanje. You know what I mean? We got a little bit of Junior Kelly there, Luciano Messenger. You know what I mean? Uplift the vibes, and Just that's how I can survive in that island. I can even stay more longer than they wish.
Right.
All they want.
I hear that. And I'm glad you actually was one of the smart ones, because a lot of people be trying to figure out what one artist or what one artist album, and you decided to get you a whole mix CD on there. I like that.
Yeah. So it goes, bro.
Anytime. Well, Fyah Prince, it was a blessing having you on here, man. It was really great having a conversation with you. For our fans, they definitely got a great interview tonight, and I am so proud that you actually joined us. Thank you once again for joining us here today.
Buzz Radio, we say thank you, in return. Thank you guys for your lovely hospitality, your questions, amazing questions. Everything just went amazing. It was a lovely interview. I want to be back on this interview and say more, because there is a lot of people who are not saying anything, bro.
Right.
You know how it is.
Yes, exactly. And with that being said, we definitely going to have you back on here to fill them shoes for them. Since they can't do it themselves, we're going to let you do it here on BOSS Radio. Is there anybody who you want to give a shout out to? Anybody who you want to give thanks to? Anything like that while you're on the air?
Of course, I have to pick up my wife, I must pick up the children, pick up the energy they're giving me to step up and do me things. Big up the Most High for helping me out whenever I have to, regain the energy in order to be with these people. And, pick up all the producers that are stepping up and seeing my talent and feeling that it's not worthy for them to be, no, just give me, I'll make your beat alive, and I'll give it some joy, you know what I mean? And yeah, big up all the positive people who are stepping up, who are coming to our land, our world, because we're stepping up positively. We say big up to everyone who are trying to do that. And please, man, if you're getting sick and all these things, please get some cucumber, some ginger, some lemon, mix them up, make it tea, and this tea with some pure honey.
Yes.
This tea is going to be amazing. It will heal you. Please.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will, because that shows how we survived this whole 2 years of the pandemic. You right about that. I gotta give him I second that motion.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. That's how it is. More life to my people. I saw it goes. Fyah Prince love everyone. You know what I mean? I saw it goes. Mr. E, you're my big boss. Let's keep it running. Boss Radio, you don't know. CA, stand up.
You already heard him. That was your boy Fyah Prince here on Reggae Hour for BOSS Radio, baby. So you already know, hit that the description button and hit any link on there for your favorite streaming service. Once again, he's on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Facebook, Indify, Twitter, Tidal, and more, baby. So make sure y'all hit one of those links on your favorite streaming service and like, follow, and subscribe. Fyah Prince in this building. And here, we're going to end this off with one of his great songs with Do Good here. And you listening to it here on Reggae Hour for BOSS Radio. You heard me. Everybody up. And y'all's big ups to Fyah Prince, man. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Thanks, bro. Pleasure, family. I'm listening to your radio now.
You heard him.
Do bad, Father, go swallow you. Do good, love is the remedy. Do bad, end up in a cemetery. Good will follow you. Do bad, Father, go swallow you. Do good, love is the remedy. Do bad, end up in a tragedy. We no plagues like Satan, now we no pagan. Fire and no seas when we depend. Rastafari slogan, conquer them with love. No dealing with this fighting, hating or killing. Easily and nothing in the times like these. Negative vibes, we no deal with such things. Only meditation and running when we pray. defending on the red, gold and the green, Rastafari love is red. Caring for we people in no matter where you head, spreading the love instead. Hate, animosity and happily be dead. Caring for we people have be always in we head. Remember what Selassie I come and said, centralize. Remember when you're loving ain't no time to be sad. Always you be smiling, conquer anything ahead. Like David and Solomon, you start to live like kings. Wow, 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 wow. Do good will follow you. Do bad, bad I go swallow you. Do good, God is a remedy. Do bad, end up in a cemetery. Do good will follow you. Do bad, bad I go swallow you. Do good, love is a remedy. Do bad, end up in a tragedy. We no plagues like Satan, now we no pagan. Fire and no seas when we dip on. Rastafari slogan, conquer them with love, no dealing with this fighting, hating, no killing. Peace we innocent in the times like these. Negative vibes, we no deal with size things. Only meditation and running can we breathe. Yo, do good.
Another religion.
Spiela. You know, combination of Fyah Prince and the religion. I think I don't know, man, I better want out with mission. Yeah. We are soldiers on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. They might be know we are fight crime. Peace and the unity, and that we endorse now. We are soldiers on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. They might be know we are fight crime. Peace and the unity, and that we endorse now. We were born to preserve life. Never gonna see us involved in your fight, in the right. Be a Rasta or a Bingy to be involved in your negative vibes. We are here to share humility. Negativity can't win in this unity. Take away animosity. Your love will be strong. Happy more velocity. You are such a on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. There might be no, we are fight crime. Peace and the unity, and that we endorse now. We are soldiers on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. There might be no, we are fight crime. Peace and the unity, and that we endorse now. Fire upon the people who are supporting the war. Who are keeping suffering, they can't take it no more. Fire upon the governor, sheriff and the senator. Them supporting the war, them the war instigators. They think like alligators, them are dead, them no more. Waiting for the Jews, most of them the clowns. Never gonna see them do the things that the real human are gonna do. We are the soldiers on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. They might be know we are fight crime. Peace and the unity are that we endorse now. We were born to preserve life. Never gonna see us involved in your fight. It's not right, be a Rasta or a Bingy to be involved in your negative vibes. We are Rastas on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. There might be no, we are fight crime. Peace and the unity are that we endorse now. We are soldiers on the front line. Rastafari name, we are held on the same time. There might be no, we are fight crime. Peace and the unity we endorse now.
BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio.